Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia.
Sterling Lockrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
It's the NFC Wildcard round on EA Sports.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. 3rd down here.
It's 3rd down and 13.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This complete to Henry over the middle. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
To the running back.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Falcons.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first down, Stevenson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with with the offensive coordinator. Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it, or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9. At the 45-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Complete to Ronald Jones. He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7. Desperados nothing.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. Linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They juked him. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Again, the ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It is good. Makes the score Falcons 10.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Boston's offense ready to go again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Gain of 12.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And the half will begin with a touchback. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. We've seen them break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stevenson, he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10.
And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolved, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Short of the goal.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevenson. And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll look to throw now for first down. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
At the 36-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play.
Again, it's Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Stevenson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
That's the end.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevenson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And goal.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Grady Jarrett able to get him for a loss of about 3.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The end zone.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Austin.
Hunter Henry there to make the grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's 17-7. So the drive there took 6 plays.
Falcons 17. Desperados 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
55, come on, guys, 55. Let's go, let's go.
On first down, it's Stevenson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
You got nothing. Check right, check right. Watch it, go. Jump.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Still 10 at the 48-yard line.
Run for Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the sled, watch the sled.
And to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And 7.
Check 55, Mike.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevenson, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
lining up for the...
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Boston's offense ready to go again. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Third down. And less than a yard.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on